Hi, this is Mato. Welcome to my online chess lecture. In this video I will show you a game between Bobby Fischer and Mikhail. This game was played in Bled in 1961. Bobby Fischer had white pieces and he started with e4. Mikhail played c5, the Sicilian defense. Knight to f3, knight to c6, d4, the standard move. C takes on d4, knight takes on d4, e6, knight to c3, queen to c7, white to move. Bishop to e2 and bishop to e3 are the two most played moves. Bobby Fischer played g3. This was extremely clever choice. You will see shortly why. Black to move. Mikhail played knight to f6. a6 is the most popular move and also highly recommended, preventing knight to b5. Knight to f6, knight from d to b5, queen to b8, bishop to f4, developing the bishop and attacking the queen, knight to e5, white to move. I guess most players would play bishop to g2, because the bishop belongs to g2 most of the time. Bobby Fischer played bishop to e2, black to move. Black already has a difficult position. Bishop to c5. If a6, queen to d4, position favors white. If bishop to b4, then a3, and after bishop takes on c3, knight takes on c3. This is also good for white. Bishop to c5, preventing queen to d4. Bishop takes on a5, queen takes on e5, f4 attacking the queen, queen to b8, e5 attacking the knight and gaining the space on the board. Black to move, a6 was played. If knight to g8, then knight to e4. White is better. a6. Pawn takes knight on f6. Pawn takes knight on b5. F takes on g7, attacking the rook. Rook to g8. Knight to e4 attacking the bishop. Bishop to e7. Queen to d4. White is standing much better. Fischer outplayed Tal in the opening. Rook to a4 attacking the queen. Knight to f6, check. Bishop takes knight. Queen takes on f6. Queen to c7, attacking the pawn. c2. How to defend the pawn? What would you do? Perhaps c3 comes to mind. But there was a surprise. Bobby Fischer castled queenside, not caring about Tal's next move. Rook takes pawn on a2. King to b1, attacking the rook. Black to move. Tal considered queen to a5, but played rook to a6. If queen to a5, then one line goes like this. b4, queen to a4, queen to c3, king to d8, and now bishop takes on b5. After queen takes on b5, king takes rook, and white is better. Back to our game. Rook to a6, bishop takes on b5, attacking the rook. Rook to b6, bishop to d3, e5, discovered, attack on the queen. White to move. What is the best square for the white queen? What would you do? Perhaps queen to g5 comes to mind. But there was a big surprise. Bobby Fischer played a jaw-dropping move. Some spectators thought that Fischer blundered. Rook takes queen. Pawn takes rook. Queen to c5. Bishop takes on h7, attacking the rook. Queen to g5. Bishop takes rook. Queen takes on f6. Rook from h to f1. Queen takes on g7. Tal managed to remove two very dangerous pawns from the board. Bishop takes on f7 check. King to d8. bishop to e6, queen to h6, bishop takes on d7, bishop takes on d7, rook to f7, queen takes on h2, rook on d takes on d7 check, king to e8. Let's take the stock. White has 2 rooks and 3 pawns against the queen and the pawn. But on the other side, black king is taller than white king. Just kidding. The game continued. Rook from d to e7, king to d8, rook to d7 check, king to c8, rook to c7 check, king to d8, rook from f to d7 check, king to e8, rook to d1. This is not the only way to continue. b5, rook to b7, queen to h5, g4, queen to h3. This is the idea. If queen takes on g4, then rook to h1. If black plays queen to g8, then rook to b8 check, and white is winning. If queen to d4 is played, then rook from h to h7, and white is winning. Back to our game. Queen to h3, g5, queen to f3 attacking the rook, rook to e1 check, king to f8, rook takes pawn on b5. Most people would resign in this position, but Tal was looking for a magical solution. King to g7, rook to b6, queen to g3, rook to d1, queen to c7, rook from d to d6, queen to c8, b3, king to h7, rook to a6, and in this position Mikhail Tal resigned. One line goes like this: king to g8. Please note this is not the only way for white to win. Rook to a7, queen to b8, rook from d to d7, queen to f8, g6, queen to f1 check, king to a2, queen to f8, rook to h7, queen to e8, rook from a to g7 check, king to f8, rook to h8 check, king takes on g7, rook takes queen. And white checkmates in 10 moves also. Just a side note, Mikhail Tal was the winner of the Bled tournament. What do you think of this game? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.